Wait until you see this absolute multi-dimensional masterpiece in Nocatee, St. Johns County. This is specifically Coral Ridge community. There's only about 8 home sites left to build, and this is the most premier and prestigious final home sites available for new construction in all of Nocatee. And check this out, double waterfall surrounded by stacked stone, brick pavers in this courtyard. Not to mention, we just walked under a little mini watchtower that we're going to look back and see. But this is such a cool area to hang out with family, friends, neighbors. Let's go in and check this place out. There's so much to wrap our heads around. I hope you have a frosty beverage to enjoy this tour together. Immediately draw your eyes to the vaulted ceiling and then the drop ceiling, 2-level drop ceiling, one in the kitchen with the wood finish on top, which creates that cozy, warm feeling to match that lower cabinet. And then also the contrasting island counter, the dark island countertops with the light white countertops and backsplash on all the surrounding counters. And then the extreme contrasting cabinets up top. But look as you look through this. I mean, this is elegant, clean lines, coastal feel. Look at the massive ceramic tile floors. It almost looks like it's stamped concrete, kind of giving you the modern industrial feel. Like they've paired so many different colors and textures for a really wild experience. Now this is coming in from the garage, so it's a little drop zone, which I don't know about you, but for my family, this is fantastic. That's where all the shoes will collect. How is it that kids can lose so many pairs of shoes so quickly? I don't know if you know, but currently we have 8 kids in our home, so it's kind of wacky. But yeah, we love the drop zone. Put your backpacks there. Let's open this up to a 2+ car garage. And something I especially like with this is that plus area right over there. Perfect for the golf cart, and those windows are everything. That way it's not a big dark cave. But just imagine you come in with your hands full of groceries. Oh, here's an AC closet. But you come through, you're busy, you kind of throw the mail over on that little computer area that we passed on the left. Put your, books down on the counter there, come in, and then you can put the groceries on the counter. Check this open, amazing walk-in pantry. Countertops for days, storage for days, natural light coming in to your open pantry. That's another place that my kids like to hang out, is in the pantry. Or if my wife's had a long day, I find her crouched down in the corner with a gallon of ice cream in her hands. Don't tell her I said that. But yeah, this open concept is, it's so inviting. Really a wonderful feel and a wonderful flow. You don't feel cramped. This is just a cool house. And I know I'm speaking like a 3rd grader, but sometimes you just got to call it like you call it. What's pretty amazing is when you see that, okay, yeah, and then the refrigerator is stellar. Look at all the natural light. So you have the upper transom windows, maximizing that vaulted ceiling. And it is just so much natural light. Now, this is called the open study. So tucked back behind the decorative wine. What in the world would you call those? Wine holders, the decorative wine holders, is this open walk-through study. So nice little reading area. It could be a homeschool area. It could be a craft room. It's still part of the main area, but it's tucked behind there. So in case it doesn't look like a model home, you don't have to stress too much about it. Dining room integrated into the family room, plenty of room to walk through with this high traffic area. that built-in bench there at the bottom under the stack stone, which, probably you could probably put a fake fireplace there. They hung the TV there. You could do both. And then notice the kind of that privacy wall right there that separates the foyer and then gives you some more wall space for cabinets in your kitchen. This just feels like it's a place everybody would want to hang out. It's really nice. Hey, so by the way, this is called the Dawn model, and it's by David Weekley Homes. It's over 4,000 square feet. It's definitely one of the larger homes. If you want a large home in Nocatee, there's 8 opportunities left here to build brand new. Now, there's plenty of other homes that are being sold as resales, and I can do videos of those for you as well. But if you want to customize everything to your taste, the color, the fit, the finish, the quality, the brand and style fridge that you want, then this is the tail end. And we are rounding out the summer of 2025. Nocatee has been selling for, oh my goodness, 15 to 20 years. And now it is finally, the new sales and new construction is closing out. Okay, now let's go back here to the back right corner of this home. And this is going to be so cool for you. So here's what you could consider. It would be an ideal pool bath with that walk-in shower. And then this back area is called the cabana. Again, if you were to put in a pool, and most people do, what a cool pool cabana room, like a rec room, chill room, hangout room, to complement the poolside lifestyle. Look at how they did this kind of decorative drop ceiling, add the texture. And then you just see right over here, the house is kind of built around an outdoor back courtyard with the travertine tile, a lot of coverage space here. And those upper transom windows, David Weekley does a lot of that, and I love it. You're just maximizing the tall ceilings and that tall wall space. But hey, you could use this as a fitness center. You could use it as a media room, or again, there's a big homeschool community around here. So homeschool room, or it could be like the teenager hangout where all the teens come over to your house. And then clearly it could be your home office. That would be, can you even imagine that being your home office? Yep. So this home, let's see, 3-car garage, 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, over 4,000 square feet. And the base price for this model is right around 1.6, 1.7, depending on a few adjustments. Home sites will range around that $100,000, maybe $130,000 for the lot. And then in a few minutes, I'll tell you how much this model as it sits is. So we just went straight across the home, and this is the standalone laundry room. And now we're going to go into the secondary bedrooms space, and this is the upper front right of the house. Here's your powder bath. This is where guests, when they come over to visit, this is where they'll use the restroom right off of that family room. Now we'll start going into these secondary bedrooms. Plenty of space. Of course, in the models, they use all slimline furniture to maximize that space. 8-foot doors throughout, 8-foot closets and openings and walkthroughs. 10-foot ceilings. So this model, as it sits, is around 2.2. And that's with all the fit, the finish, the upgrades, the decor that they build into the home, along with the extravagant front courtyard and then the back outdoor space. And when you see this, you'll be blown away. All right, a little built-in computer spot. which that certainly is a handy use of space. And now we're going into a secondary bedroom, big walk-in closet. And you're going to see that this bedroom shares a bath with the other bedroom up front. David Weekley is a wonderful builder, great local reputation. It's a private builder, privately held builder, and we have a lot of solid relationships with the builders and with the management team. I would be proud to buy a David Weekley home. No hesitations from me. We do a ton of business with them. Now, this is a great front room. This is what they turned into the sales office for the model home. And I really love the vaulted ceiling with that faux beam. And look how those windows drop all the way to the bottom. All right, now we're going to go back to the front and take you through the master suite and get ready because this master is in a league of its own. They built this hallway here, which is kind of unique. And now in the back left of the home, this is where we're going to go into the master corridor. These homes are built on 70-foot wide home sites and 80-foot wide home sites. All right, so you have this massive lounge area with vaulted ceilings. Look at how they maximize those windows, and then the drop ceiling with the wood over the master bedroom still have those massive oversized tiles. I mean, they went all out. You know, there's a lot of $1 million homes here in Northeast Florida. This one actually feels like it and looks like it. Now, albeit 2.2 since this is the model home, but even just the layout, it's like this layout has so much going for it. I'm just showing the angles here. It's not just a big cookie cutter box. There's a little glimpse of, the typical man-made retention pond. While these home sites are 70 to 80 feet wide, which is definitely on the higher side, the depth depends on the home site itself. Okay, so vaulted ceiling here as we walk into the master bathroom. This is a spa, full-on spa feel. I love these separate vanities across from one another. That fake beam, and then the drop ceiling over the tub and the shower. Like this just feels so clean and just so like simple and so classy. The tub is just money. High contrast tub. And then this kind of looks like cut river rock tile. Different feel than the industrial concrete feel in the rest of the home. Yeah, the tub's just beautiful. My wife would love that. And then a perfectly sized walk-in shower with that frameless glass wall. It's really nice. Good use of space. I don't feel like it was wasted space at all. You just walk right in. That tile steps down, to protect from the water draining out. Oh, I came in on this. This actually was a dark green. It definitely has a dark green tint along with that ceiling and then the main beams out in the main area. And then we come through to the grand finale. a master closet fit for a queen and a king. It's kind of funny, as I was shooting this video, I was thinking I'm now 45 years old, and in the mornings I wake up and I'm pretty stiff, and I was thinking, how nice would it be to, rather than bending over and picking out my shoes, I just pull them right off the shelf. And then this leads back in to the laundry room, if you remember, which walks right out to the main area. So the master suite does a loop, but this is so big, and even with the big countertop and cabinet in the center of the island, there's still plenty of space. So in my opinion, that master suite was an absolute home run. Okay, now it's time to go see the backyard. Outdoor living is what Northeast Florida is all about, especially when you're closer to the beach like Nocatee is. And so half of the year, a solid half of the year, all through spring, all through fall, a lot of time through the winter, you're going to spend a lot of time back here. And so generally, if people were really going to splurge on their home, they splurge with the outdoor living spaces. And you'll notice that this is, while it doesn't count for heated and cooled square footage, you can easily add an additional 1,000 square feet of your like functional living space in the outdoor area. Make sure you give the covered lanai roof plenty of space. So when it rains, the rain is not going to overspray on all your furniture or your dining room table. Like, be generous with your roof. And then this steps down where they've built up a retaining wall and then leveled off the ground so you can have some usable yard. They put a little putting turf there, putting green. A lot of these homes and properties and lots around the retention ponds and even conservation have a pretty extreme slope in the back. It just slopes down because they have to channel all the water. And so if you're able to build up a retaining wall and level it out, it's going to be a lot more enjoyable for you and your family while you're hanging outside or friends. I was just showing over the neighbor's yard. See how that slopes down so quickly? And also the grass here, it's called Saint Augustine grass. It's incredibly itchy and coarse. Nobody likes standing in the grass. So build out that covered lanai, build out the paver patio, and you're adding rooms upon rooms outside. And honestly, you'll also absolutely want to add a screen room or a screen cage, because at certain times of the year, the bugs are miserable. It's mosquitoes and no-see-ums. So I would say definitely make sure you're going to want to screen that in. That way you can leave the doors open whenever the weather's great. So, hey, reach out to us. I know you have a lot of questions, so just send us a DM. We're here for you. Love doing these tours.